Okay, y'all. So y'all know I'm a feel good a film. What the fuck, man? I can't even start the video off right. This completely out of my comfort zone. When was the last time y'all seen PowerPoint, Simon? It's been a little minute since y'all seen PowerPoint, Simon, huh? And I had some Chick-fil-A earlier. I feel that mucus coming back up. So glad I ain't have to pay for that shit, boy. It was free Chick-fil-A on the floor. I said, you know what? Let me go poison myself for some short-term hunger. It's like eating rotten flesh in Minecraft. So I went to go do it because it was free. And now I'm getting mucus and shit. My voice a little fucked up. So excuse me if y'all can hear that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, bro, my friend's on some bullshit. Let me pull this up for y'all. So Disclosure Day by Steven Spielberg. Shout out to Steven Spielberg, because what y'all have to understand is that this movie, the release date, 6/12/26, that is the disclosure day, nigga. That is the disclosure day. Now, before we get into these slides, or probably as we go through this, I'm gonna flip through the slides, but I want to wrote down or read what I wrote down. Excuse me. I want to read everything that I wrote down after I seen the movie, because I believe I seen the movie on the 13th, and then on the plane ride back, I'm like, man, I gotta write this shit down, because honestly, like I just told y'all, this movie was Disclosure Day. If you want to go see Disclosure Day, or if you want to be disclosed, go see Disclosure Day. What it shows you is the depiction of two sides actively fighting against each other in order to release the information on aliens. So let me read this. So yes, aliens are real. Do I have any proof of it? Hell no. And neither do you, nigga. Does anybody have any proof of it? Probably, possibly. You might have proof of it, because it might be some CIA motherfuckers watching Lindo Sama videos. I never know who these videos come across. You might be in the CIA. You in the CIA, ain't you? When you tap into conversations like these, though, it's more of an intuitive understanding than a literal understanding, bro. And that's what I be trying to explain to people. The same thing with things like spirituality and gematria. Not everything can be explained based off of the materials that you have in front of you, even though if you really want to look about it that way, you can. But intuitive understanding versus literal understanding is a real thing. Literal understanding being, official writings and reports, basically just matrix shit, photos, and intuitive thoughts or intuitive understandings just being a deeper understanding that you have within yourself, outside of the actual fact that the U.S. government has openly admitted to, extraterrestrials existing. The division is clear, bro. It's clear. Y'all know. Last year, 2025, it was the year of separation. You go outside now, you see the division everywhere. You see a bot easily. You see a leader easily. You are on one side or the other, bro. You are either a literal thinker or an intuitive thinker. Are you a thought leader or are you a thought follower, bro? This may be hard to grasp for some people, but think of it like this. Let's think of it in terms of people, right? Think of Nikola Tesla, bro. So a true example of a thought leader is Nikola Tesla, the one who invented the windmill. Shout out to Record of Ragnarok, because if it wasn't for Record of Ragnarok, I wouldn't have knew that. No, I was not paying attention in history class. No, I wasn't. I was paying attention to anime. And anime taught me that Nikola Tesla not only invented the windmill, but this nigga brought the concepts of teleportation and time travel to the table. The same concept of people labeling something as unreasonable or impossible applies to both of these topics. People think that aliens being alive is unreasonable or impossible just because they haven't seen it being done before. It's some niggas who come on here and think that I can never do what I'm gonna do because this is something that's never been done before. You've never seen Lindo Sama before. You've never seen a no-cam creator encapsulate you and just grasp your attention and how you listening like this. You've never seen that before, ever in your life. It might be somebody who you can, like bring up in comparison, but it's no Linda Osama. And since it's no Linda Osama, some people is gonna doubt that Linda Osama actually exists. Some people is gonna doubt that there is the capacity to even have a Linda Osama walking around on this earth. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same concept with aliens. It's the same concept with Nikola Tesla's vision for the windmill. His village was telling him all day, every day, that he was crazy as hell. Really, his brother was the one who invented the thought of the windmill, and he expanded upon the thought. But people were saying that it was impossible and that he was wasting his time until he actually fuck around and did that shit. It's the same concept with aliens. Until an alien come around and y'all motherfuckers be screaming and shitting and pissing on yourselves, a lot of people not gonna be believing this shit is true. I had a dream actually the night after I seen Disclosure Day, or the day after, because I fell asleep after I got back from the airport. The day after I seen Disclosure Day, I had a dream that it was aliens coming, and all of y'all was scared. All of y'all, not you, but you know, the general public, they was terrified. People was running around screaming. I had family members running around screaming in fear. And I'm like, what are y'all scared of? Nigga, it ain't shit you can do about it. So, are you a thought leader or a thought follower, right? There will always be a thought leader, bro. You can't get around it. And it's always going to be a thought follower. And it's not wrong to be a thought follower neither. You just got to know your role in society. In the name of capitalism, though, people are literally programmed to be thought followers instead of thought leaders. Imagine if everyone was a thought leader. This systematic society that we live in would literally crumble. And that's why it's crumbling right now, because more and more thought leaders are rising up. Everybody is going to be rich off their own innovations and imaginations. So they have to try their hardest to make sure that y'all niggas is thought followers instead of innovators. However, this is not that, this is not that video. This is not the video, man. This is not the video. This is not the video for that. We will get there one day, though. We'll get to the point where everybody is a thought leader and everybody is an innovator. As I just said, bro, more and more people are leading and innovating by the day. But do you have the intuitive understanding or do you not? There is no in between, bro. And this is what Disclosure Day focused on. The thought leaders, the gifted versus the system. So when you look in Disclosure Day, these two are the gifted, the depictions of the divine feminine and the depiction of the divine masculine. Now, let me finish reading because I might have something on the divine feminine and masculine in here. The thought leaders, the gifted versus the system, a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset, filled with smooth undertones and subliminal messages. The gifted people are the chosen ones, a man and a woman, a communicator and a reader, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Stillness and chaos, these two tapped into their abilities and brought Disclosure Day to the public. An NPC cannot be with the gifted. So, spoilers, nigga. In this film, the woman, I forgot this woman's name. I ain't gonna lie, it don't even matter. The movie was still peak. Shout out Steven Spielberg. The point it ain't about them. It's something deeper. The woman had a boyfriend and the man had a girlfriend. Now, the woman's boyfriend was an NPC. She had to leave that nigga behind. He wasn't on the same wavelength as her. A thought leader cannot be with a thought follower romantically. It's just not going to happen because the thought follower is going to constrict you from reaching your highest potential. They are going to pull you down. They are not going to be there to uplift you. As soon as you have a new thought, they're going to say, well, that's not really possible because of this. Well, how is that feasible because of this? I haven't seen any articles based on this. You're crazy. All of these basic NPC thoughts instead of actually innovating and using their imagination. That's the kind of boyfriend that she has. Literally, at first, I thought this nigga was an agent. To a certain degree, he is. He's a product of the system. Some people are systematic soldiers without even knowing it. I believe I wrote about this as well. Let me see. An NPC cannot be with the gifted. They will vibrate out of your reality. And that's exactly what happened. He vibrated out of her reality. She left him. She left him with grace. Even though she left the nigga stranded, she left him with grace. A thought leader cannot be with a thought follower. They will vibrate out of your reality. So if you are somebody who is trying to innovate, You have to understand you need to be with someone else who is also an innovator, because if you don't, your evolution will vibrate that follower, that NPC out of your reality. It's not going to last long unless you submit to the system. The depiction of the divine feminine having to leave her NPC boyfriend. A thought leader cannot be with a thought follower. A growth mindset does not rest in a fixed mindset. The conscious cannot mesh with the unconscious. The depiction of the divine feminine also had the ability to read and heal people by gazing into their eyes. This movie itself was the disclosure day, like I said in the beginning, for all people who have an intuitive understanding of the world and what is to come. When they appear, do not fear. Expand your mind to the point where any emotion, as useless as fear, no longer has control in your life. And that's all I wrote down. I thought I wrote down something on the divine masculine, but the divine masculine was the communicator, him. He was the one who understood the language. He understood the language. He was the one who had the files. He was the one who hacked into the government, and he was the one who could understand as him. He was a hacker. He's a communicator. The divine masculine energy is a communicator. You need to be young men, y'all got to understand that. In order to really tap into your sacred masculine and your divine masculine energy, you have to learn how to communicate. If you don't, then you won't be able to tap into it. You won't be able to relay the messages that you get. You won't be able to fuse yourself with God. Important for the divine feminine in this film was for her to go back and heal her inner child. She had to go back and heal her inner child, basically before she became completely awakened and was able to disclose the world on Disclosure Day and tell them what is to come. She had to heal her inner child. This is the roadmap for us to gain consciousness. This is the roadmap for us to gain consciousness. Accept your gifts and do your fucking shadow work, nigga. Accept your gifts and do your shadow work. You will be able to communicate. You will be able to lead the world into a new direction. Do your shadow work. Heal your inner child. They literally set up this entire scene in the movie so she could relive this moment and submerge herself within the mindset of her inner child, bro. This her. Also, Ultra was in this movie. So I don't know if y'all, this picture, it's a little blurry. But as you can see, at this point in the movie, her eyes are very large. You can't see her pupils. It's nothing but black, right? It's nothing but black. And you see him putting his arms out and then he clapping his hands together in this frame. And then in the bottom frame, you see the girl, which is her being controlled by the government. This is him talking over her shoulder. But this is when he was giving her all the information and shit and just showing her that aliens was real. But what was keeping her constricted in a lower realm of consciousness was religion. And religion is the reason that she was able to be controlled. Basically, they are telling you that religion is going to be a government catalyst in order to keep people away from their true stage of consciousness. At some point in this movie tells you that. Bro, this shit, oh my gosh, bro. This shit has been paused for so long. I don't know when it paused. Ah, fuck. Hold on real quick. I'm so disappointed. I don't even know. Hold on. Man, listen, I just went through the recording. Mind y'all, literally as soon as I noticed that the recording was pausing, I was like hearing certain pauses like all throughout the recording. My apologies, bro. This is my first time doing this. It's my first day out here. But regardless of that, another thing that y'all must know is that the Matrix will try to, throw a little pebble in your machine. They'll try to throw cogs in the machine. I tried to restart my recording and just figure out where I left off. My PlayStation, or not even my PlayStation, my PC literally go beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 beep. This shit was frozen going boop, 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 beep. I swear to God. Shit, no cap. But yeah, basically you have to heal your inner child. You have to submit. You have to do everything that your intuition is telling you to do. Trust yourself above all. Lead with a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset, keeping it very plain and simple. Also, the one eye symbolism. I wanted to talk about the one eye symbolism as well. I know a lot of y'all are scared of the one eye symbolism. A lot of y'all think that one eye symbolism is just straight evil and demonic. What the one eye symbolism really is, it's a signal of secret society. It's a signal of a secret. It's a signal of a secret. So every time you see the one eye symbolism next to disclosure day, they is disclosing you to some classified information. That's just my interpretation on this whole movie. Also, I know it kind of cut out. It cut out when I was doing this. It said I was saying she was under MK Ultra. She was under MK Ultra, so that's why I said that. Heal your inner child. And yeah, that's it, man. Hope y'all still enjoy this video. It's more on the way.